My name is Mukei, as Echo was kind enough to introduce me. I'm one of the senior students at the Village Zendo, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm also a novice Zen priest and also head the People of Color sitting group at the Zendo. And wanted to share, it depends if it's a story or a parable. A lot of traditions claim it as the first, but, and maybe some of you might be familiar with it. What it begins with is it's about a man and a horse, and the horse is galloping quickly, and it appears that the man on the horse is going somewhere important. Another man standing alongside the road shouts, "Where are you going?" And the man on the horse replies, "I don't know, ask the horse." I can see that there are a number of people at the Zendo packing and getting ready for our summer ongo at Wisdom House, which will be located in Litchfield, Connecticut, that begins this Saturday. And the question of where you are going can become quite factual. One could say, well, I'm going to Litchfield, Connecticut. One can answer that question. But it can also be a question that's answered on a number of other levels. Where are you going in your practice? Where are you going in your work? Where are you going in your life? In some cases, it's easier to find the answer is always somewhere else when the answer is right in front of us. About 2 years ago, I walked the Camino de Santiago. The Camino is an ancient pilgrimage road that goes back to the 7th century and that leads to Santiago, Spain, where supposedly the relics of St. James rest, and St. James was a disciple of Jesus Christ. There are many entrances to the Caminos, some in France, some in Portugal, and other parts of Spain. The most extreme part of walking the Camino is that it takes you 55 days to get to Santiago. When I did the walk, I did the walk in 6 days. I didn't walk 55 days, I walked 6 days. When I mentioned to friends that I had walked the Camino, they said, "How was it?" And I said, well, it was beautiful, it was rigorous, and thought-provoking. Did you get anything out of it? Well, there are a number of reasons why people walk the Camino. Some for religious reasons, some looking for something better than what the world is providing, some living in the moment, for others to find peace. My reason was more for discerning, trying to understand a few knots that were in my life. I had plenty of time to walk and no one to talk to. Did I get anything out of it? I don't know. The knots are still there, and I'm still discerning. But what was most moving about those 6 days of walking was the giving and receiving of strangers, people I didn't know. How is it that we can be so responsive to the needs of others when we don't know who we don't know when we are in a similar situation? Bernie Glassman once said, if you experience a cut on your right hand, the left hand knows what to do. Which brings me back to the question, where are you going? A tough question, a thoughtful question. How do we help each other answer the question, not just individually, but corporately? Perhaps we do need a time of peaceful dwelling, a summer ongo, to understand that question. Organically, we know how to respond if a need or a concern presents itself. And yet, somehow our attention is slightly somewhere else. Where that else is for us to discern and to discover. And if we do find that else, how do we work with it creatively for the benefit of others? In the Blue Cliff record, Case 100, there's a koan, Pa Ling's blown hair sword. A monk asked Pa Ling, Where's the blown-haired sword? Pauling says, each branch of coral supports the moon. I like the verse, and that goes with the koan, and it reads, when it is necessary to even the uneven, even the great adept seems inept, sometimes on the finger, sometimes in the palm, leaning against the sky, it shines on the snow. Even a great smith can't hone it. Even a master craftsman won't finish polishing it. It is exceptional, unique. Every branch of coral supports the moon. We are all supporting each other, and I think that's a message that we need to come back to. The idea that I am supported by the moon and that the moon supports me. We support the moon supports us. All of life supports each other. And that's an opportunity, and that's a gift. So, in 14 hours, the boxes in this space will be moved to Litchfield, Connecticut. Some present on this call, in person and online, will be heading there via train, car, or plane. Some of you will be traveling via Zoom to morning and evening practice. And someone will ask you, where are you going? Where are you going? And what will be your answer? It's not the destination, it's the journey. So let's begin the journey.